I hope you're all okay. I've got George with me today. George, my dog. He wanted to come and say hello to you all. It's been a week since I posted up the last assembly. I was really pleased that lots of people were able to watch the film on YouTube, and hopefully this week we'll have even more coming to see what we've all been up to. Now, I didn't say thank you to Mrs. Notley last week for playing that beautiful piece of music for us. And did you know the title of the piece of music she just played before this recording? That's right, it was called True Colours. And showing our true colours means showing everybody the kind of people we really are. And looking at some of your tweets and your videos and your messages this week, it's been fantastic to see that all of you have been showing your true colours, showing everybody how kind you are, how thoughtful you are, and also how keen you are to carry on with all your schoolwork, even though you're at home. Now, there's somebody else this week that I've heard a lot about. You might have heard of him too. A very old gentleman who's 99 years old. He's going to be 100 in 2 weeks' time. That's right, Captain Tom. Captain Tom has done something really special recently. He's shown his true colours. Captain Tom wanted to help. He knew that all the doctors and the nurses and the people working in hospitals are really busy at the moment, looking after people who are quite poorly, and he wanted to help. So what he did, he set up a little fundraising page, and he said to his family he was going to try and walk 100 laps around his garden. Now that sounds quite simple, doesn't it? But because Captain Tom is 99 years old, actually walking for him is quite difficult. And I also saw that his garden was rather big. So it was a real big challenge that Captain Tom set for himself. And he said to his family he wanted to raise £1,000, which is a large sum of money. And he thought that was going to be really helpful for our doctors and nurses. Well, boys and girls, he finished his 100 laps around his garden yesterday evening. And the last time I looked, he'd raised nearly £19 million that was going to go straight to the doctors and the nurses to help them to look after people who'd become poorly. I think that's incredible. He'd really shown his true colours. And as I said, I've been able to see lots of pictures and videos of you all showing your true colours. Lots of you showing great kindness to your families, your friends, and even to your neighbours. I saw a lovely photograph today where a family from our school had left a little message, a little present outside the front door of a neighbour's house, just helping them to remember that they were thinking about them and if there was anything they could do to help. Now that was showing their true colours, wasn't it? I'm going to show you now the story of Captain Tom, and hopefully we'll all be inspired to show our true colours and to see if we can do even more to help our friends and our families at this time.
With a guard of honour provided by members of his old regiment, this remarkable veteran completed the planned 100 laps of his garden in front of the world's media. But Captain Tom Moore has not got the slightest intention of ending his fundraising here, not when his efforts are breaking all records. Captain Tom, I would love to shake your hand. I can't, but I'll salute you instead. £12.5 million this morning and still rising. Can you believe it?
It was only a little family joke, and look how it's gone global now. I mean, it's unbelievable that people are so kind throughout the world as to contribute.
As a man 2 weeks short of his 100th birthday walked, people from 53 countries have donated cash that'll go to the NHS, an achievement a convalescing Boris Johnson has been following. Why weren't you able to take the Prime Minister's call this morning to congratulate
because there's too many people with cameras keeping me occupied.
Through the day, the tributes have flowed thick and fast.
Captain Tom Moore, you make me want to cry. You have got the hearts of the nation fluttering.
You've been a huge help to the NHS, who really need it at this vital time, so you're a true inspiration. Keep it going, and I want to wish you all the best.
Bravo, Captain Tom. You are fabulous and an inspiration to us all.
ITV News has helped deliver a particularly poignant message. Hand carried all the way from the south coast and the home of a very special lady.
This is from a very special lady. It's from Dame Vera Lynn, and it says, "Can you tell me how you do it? A very happy birthday and keep walking. Yours, Dame Vera."
Keeping walking is exactly what he intends to do.
So long as people go on contributing, I'll go on walking. As long as they contribute, I'll walk. Or we'll see who finishes, who gives up first.
And that is why the emergency workers we all clap on a Thursday these days turned up in this small Bedfordshire village this afternoon to applaud a man who's become their hero. Paul Davis, News at 10, Marston Moor 10, Bedfordshire.
Inspiring man and an inspiring story. I wonder, it's £19 million at the moment. I wonder what it will be this time tomorrow. Because Captain Tom said he's going to keep going. He hasn't stopped at 100. He wants to keep going to raise even more money for those doctors and nurses, showing his true colours. Now in a moment I'm going to show you some of the work that all of you have been doing at home. Your teachers and I have been so impressed with all the efforts that you've made with your home learning this week. What's been particularly lovely is to see the different family learning projects that you've been involved with. Some different art things, lots of work outside in your gardens, and it's been wonderful to see your mums and dads and your brothers and sisters getting involved as well. I want to thank all of you, boys and girls. You're all working so hard on all the different activities your teachers are putting out for you. It's so impressive. Now next week, keep sending in the photographs of the work that you've been doing and the experiences and the different activities you've been taking part in. And we'll see next week if we can put up some more photographs for everybody to see. But here's a selection from this week.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy, can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me
A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
for the world we're gonna make.
Isn't that incredible to see all the things the boys and girls have been doing in the last week? I'm so proud of all of you. Doing all those activities at home must be quite tricky without having your friends there to help you and your teachers, but you're all doing an amazing job. And thank you mums and dads and carers as well for all of your support in helping the children engage in all the different things that the teachers are putting up on their Google Classrooms and Class Dojo this week. There are some more new activities coming for next week. We hope you enjoy all of them. But we are super proud of every single one of you boys and girls. Well done. Now, as with last week, your teachers have chosen their merit winners again. Now, unfortunately, we can't give out the merit badges at the moment, but we're going to keep them safe in school so that when we come back to school, we can make sure that all of the children who've won their badges can get them in that first assembly back in school together. So let's find out this week who your teachers have chosen for special mentions. And we'll start in nursery this week. And Mr. Charles, with the morning group, has chosen Tanwen and Lewis because they've both tried really hard at all of their learning activities, and Mr. Charles has seen that they've been helping their mums and dads too. And in the afternoon nursery group, Spiridion and Reuben have been chosen because they've taken part in so many activities and they've been listening to their mums and dads. Well done to all of them. In reception, Mrs. Hammond has chosen James Granville because he's shown a positive attitude to his work and has tried really hard, even posting extra videos to explain his work. He also drew an amazing minion. Well done, James. I'd love to see that one. Mr. Pennell in reception has chosen Faith Ball because Faith has done some amazing work at home over the last few weeks. What's most impressed Mr. Pennell has been Faith's maths work this week. They've been learning about weight, and Faith enjoyed weighing her toys in the garden with her mum. Well done, Faith. In Year 1, Mrs. Gillies and Mrs. Davis have chosen Mia Thompson because Mia has completed all of her work to the very best of her ability. She's tried so hard to create a brilliant time diary, including little clocks, and she was very creative and drew the front cover of Stickman, her favourite book, and told us why it was her favourite. Both teachers have been really impressed with all of her work this week. Well done, Mia. I am too. Now Mr. Chin Adams in Year 1, and he's chosen Hera this week, who's consistently been submitting her work, which is always done to an amazing standard. Hera shows a real love for learning and shares her smiles every day. Mr. Chin Adams is so glad to see that Hera's having fun whilst doing her learning at home. Well done to you. Year 2 now, Mrs. Thomas has chosen Liam Mitchell for his enterprising and creative efforts in order to embrace all of his learning activities at home this week. Liam has found some imaginative ways to practice counting in 2s and 3s and built an amazing den in response to a poem that he'd read. We're really proud of you, Liam. Well done to you. Miss Drew, now in Year 2, has chosen Chloe Cook because Chloe has shown a great attitude to her home learning this week. Chloe's completed all of her tasks and worked really hard, producing some amazing work which Miss Drew is really proud of. Well done to you, Chloe. Year 3 now, and Mrs. Hatfield, and she's chosen James Pritchard for a fantastic effort with the family learning project this week. Listen to this. James worked with his sister Jessica to create a date night for Mum and Dad by cooking a healthy spaghetti bolognese, like in Lady and the Tramp. And he set up a restaurant in the dining room. Mrs. Hatfield would like to reserve a table, please. Well done, James. I hope Mum and Dad enjoyed their special evening. Mrs. Westgarth and Mrs. Udry have chosen Jackson Poole because Jackson's made an extra effort with his maths work and shown all of his working out. Also, Jackson's done some great reading at home. Both his teachers loved his book reviews. Well done, Jackson. I love the photographs I'm seeing of you getting up to all your activities as well. Keep them coming. Good boy. Miss Roberts has chosen Daniel Micklewright for his constant engagement and enthusiasm in all the tasks that Miss Roberts has set. Daniel always attacks every piece of work with a big smile on his face, full of enthusiasm for all the new learning ahead. Well done to you, Daniel. Year 4 now, and Miss Adams. Miss Adams has chosen Ruby May Saunders because she's shown that she's an ambitious and capable learner. She's tried so hard with everything that she's done this week. She's showing a great attitude towards her learning. And Ruby May, I think we've seen some photographs of you as well, haven't we? Well done, good girl. We're really proud of you. You keep it up. Mrs. Good has chosen Anastasia this week for always challenging herself in every task that she undertakes. She's shown great persistence and she keeps doing her pink to thinks until she's really happy with the quality of her work, particularly in maths. Mrs. Good is really proud of you, Anastasia. Keep up the good work. Well done. Year 5 now, Miss Drew. And Miss Drew has chosen Madison Walker because Madison has shown a really positive attitude to everything and she's completed her work to a very high standard. She's also made a lovely family tree for her family learning project this week. Well done, Madison. I've seen lots of those family trees. They look amazing. I hope you've enjoyed doing them, and I'm sure you've learnt lots too. Well done. Mrs. Seymour and Mr. Nesbitt have chosen Penelope this week because she's shown herself to be an enthusiastic and capable learner during this time. She's completed all of her tasks every day to a really high standard. Well done, Penny. I'm really, really pleased to hear that. You keep that going. Good girl. Miss Romanu in Year 5 has chosen Alec Hull, because Alec is always enthusiastic and works hard on his home learning, showing that he is an ambitious and capable learner. Well done, Alec. I'm really proud of you. Mr. Bouse in Year 6 has chosen Ben Taylor. Now, it was Ben's birthday this week, wasn't it? Ben has shown that he's an ambitious and capable learner who's completed all of his tasks and goes above and beyond what's expected of him. It was also Ben's birthday, as I said, and he showed that he is a healthy and confident individual by helping prepare a delicious birthday meal for his family. Well done, Ben, showing your true colours. Good boy. Mrs. Tune and Mrs. Featherstone have chosen Bethan this week because she's an ambitious and capable learner. Bethan is consistent with her engagement of all her home learning tasks, completing it all to a high standard and pushing herself to improve all of the time. Well done, Beth. Finally, in Year 6, Mrs. Hunt and Mrs. Charles have chosen Lily May. Lily May is an ambitious and capable learner, and she's shown this by completing all of her literacy and numeracy tasks that have been set to her this week. Her pinwheel instructions were particularly good. Well done, Lily May. I'd love to see that. Good girl. HIRB now. 2 choices here. One for Key Stage 2, and it's Dylan Ford. And Dylan has shown that he's an ambitious, capable learner by completing all of his tasks every day and for getting 10 out of 10 in his spelling test. Well done, Dylan. In Foundation Phase, Jessica Day has been chosen for being really creative with her activities and working extremely hard to complete all of her tasks. Well done to both of you. And finally, Mrs. Asa Farley's choice. Mrs. Asa Farley has chosen Mehad for being an enterprising creative contributor by expressing her ideas using a photograph of her work in class. She's shown that on her class stream, and this has inspired other children to try new ways of sharing their work. Boys and girls, I'm proud of all of you, and I look forward to seeing all of your work next week and hopefully seeing photographs of you enjoying all the activities that your teachers have set for you. Well done for me for this week. Thank you ever so much for watching. Hope you tune in again next week to see all the things that your friends have been getting up to whilst they're staying at home. I hope you enjoyed the story about Captain Tom as well, showing his true colours. Let's make sure we carry on showing our true colours whilst we're at home by doing all the things that will be helpful to our mums and dads and our brothers and sisters, showing our kindness and thoughtfulness towards everybody. One final request from me, any of you musicians out there, if you'd like to send in a little recording of you playing some of your instruments at home, we can add them to these assemblies so that the mums and dads and boys and girls can all see you performing your instruments from home. Please send them on Twitter or to my email address, and we can add them to these films. Thanks ever so much for watching, boys and girls. Remember the special message, to stay home and to stay safe, and we'll see you all really soon. Hoi varo, hoi vara.